So yeah, welcome to my talk. Thank you for coming. So I was at the event last year, and by way of introduction to ARM, I showed this slide, just to sort of mention, of course, that other than mobile grade CPUs and that sort of thing, we also create processors for servers to sensors and everything in between. And last year was our 25th anniversary, and in those 25 years, our partners, our customers, collectively and cumulatively had shipped 75 billion of those chips. So 1 year later, what's happened? Well, it's slightly cut off there, but ARM went and bought Apical, a company that will be familiar to many of you, I know. SoftBank went and bought ARM, so we're now part of the SoftBank group. And our customers have now increased that. I think as of March, that's now become 100 billion processors, so is a third as much again. So I'm going to talk about computer vision on mobile and embedded platforms. And I see that really kind of characterized by two things. Firstly, it's a lot of data transfer. And every time you transfer data in mobile and embedded, obviously you lose power. You use power. And power is something we don't necessarily have a huge amount of. So that's the first thing we have to get over. And you add that to lots of compute. And it's not the kind of nice kind of compute. This is the sort of compute that some of it may work really well on a CPU, some of it may work well on a GPU. The ideal thing is to spread this around if you can. So that's difficult as well. And if you put these two things together, actually we have a technical term for it. It's called a challenge. And I would argue that it's possibly like no other, for the simple reason that it's not just all that data and all that compute. It's that, as we all know, this industry is changing so quickly that the algorithms that we are using for vision and machine learning in particular are altering almost weekly, almost daily. And so that adds to that challenge. So I want to talk about a couple of different fundamental ways of doing vision on embedded and mobile platforms. I'm going to talk about the kind of fixed function accelerator type, and I'm going to use our Spirit IP as an example there. I'm going to talk a bit about how Spirit works, how it fits in, how efficient it is. But I'm going to compare that with doing it the software way and just see where some of the trade-offs are.